So the day of my virtual graduation ceremony was on June 4th, and I still never got to watch it to this day. Now we're in 2025, so I thought I look back at it. I tried going on Zoom. So we were to film the videos outside of my aunt's house. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. The world did stand still for one full day. Like, trying to get over this.
Huh. Good God. Still done over it. Obviously, that's what's been going on here.
Some of the road's been taken off. Oh, hi there anyway. So I just headed out, welcome to the bus. That was nice and soft, but yesterday I've been trying to do one thing. I wanted to do this on my gaming channel. So I have found where my graduation ceremony video could be. Like, it's been 4 years since I've graduated from high school, and I've been trying to look for the video of my ceremony, my virtual ceremony. And so the day of my virtual graduation ceremony was on June 4th, and I still never got to watch it. At that time, we had rented a house in Irvine, and so that was during our stay there in the States. And because the ceremony had come out like 6 or 7 a.m. in California time, I never got to watch it. I still never got to watch it to this day. Now we're in 2025, so I thought I look back at it. I tried going on Zoom yesterday, and I tried to get the link, but the site didn't even allow me to access it. So I found a video from Outlook. So this video had come out on June 4th, 2021. Now here we are on June 13th, 25. It's about 42 minutes long. So yeah, that's the video for the 21 graduation ceremony. I took my last class on April 22nd, 2021, and the ceremony was on June 4th. 4 years later, I'm watching this. So it just starts with a nice and chill piano piece here. Right, guys, I just skipped that part.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BISSY Graduation 2021. Please give a warm BISSY welcome to the graduating class of 2021.
Well, yeah, that was me. Now it's 25.
Laura Schumann.
Well, yeah, I'll come up eventually. So there's gonna be...
Jem Yilmaz.
Okay, that's not me, by the way. The first names, so for the first names, they would go in alphabetical order from A to Z. There should be one more student, and then that'll be me. Class of 2021. That's me, yeah. Oh, okay. That's me. So I'm holding a diploma that's at the garden outside of my aunt's house. Yeah, and it just keeps going like that. So that's the class of 21. Bizarrely, there were like 3 or 4 students at the time that didn't attend the ceremony. I think one of them just couldn't, and the other 3 just refused to film the videos for the ceremony. And I remember that day. I was at my grandma's house, and so just a few days earlier, my graduation outfit had been delivered, including the hat, the dress, and my diploma. So we were to film the videos outside of my aunt's house, which we did. And so I came sitting down in that chair. Like, you film 3 videos, I guess. One where you get on the chair, and at the end when you take your hat off and this and that. I mean, it just feels kind of funny, and I'm actually impressed to look back at this. now we're in 25. All right, I'll show one more student in this class. I'm not going to show everyone.
Eren Seçkin.
Wow. He's been a long-time classmate of mine, by the way, I'm not going to lie. That's his cat. Yes, I'm not going to show everyone, really. I'm going to move on to the next part of the ceremony. It's a 42-minute long video anyway. So yeah, that's just us coming down the stairs and down.
Mr. Richard Robinson, Director of Secondary, Zekirikoi Campus, who will address the graduating class.
Of 21, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, viewers wherever and whenever you are.
Oh, just a moment, folks.
Ago, in a year that had seen Trump in the White House, Brexit, and an attempted coup, I began my speech with a quote from Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah, I just had to turn the volume up to 100%. It was at 79.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief. It was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness.
Politics and all that crazy stuff.
It was the winter of despair. The events of the last 2 years have certainly brought out the best in some people, but sadly the worst in others. However, every cloud has a silver lining. We found new ways of working, learnt new skills. Perhaps we have a greater appreciation for many of the things we used to take for granted. And I'm confident that our wonderful BISI students and the class of 2021 go out into the world as wise global citizens who believe that there is hope and light at the end of the tunnel. Our continued success in providing such high quality education, ably demonstrated by our graduating class of 2021, is only possible through the support of the owners of the school. At a time when many international schools are reducing staffing levels, lowering salaries, and facing declining student numbers.
The guest speaker is about to come. That was my principal.
Dear graduating students of 2021, let me start by saying how saddened I am not to be able to host the graduation ceremony on campus the way you deserve. Alas, we have not been allowed to do so for 2 consecutive years. These are extraordinary.
2025 now, and it still feels
Years
weird.
from now, you will look back and you will tell your children and grandchildren about the time when the world stood still.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. The world did stand still for one full day. Like, it was the Wednesday morning of March 11th of 2020. I went to school, and during break time, like, from that point, I mentally froze myself. Let's just continue watching.
Shopping malls closed and many businesses bankrupt. When all of a sudden, priorities changed. Homes became the focal point of our lives. Family and friends reconnected at a deeper level. New hobbies and activities discovered. Ability to find contentment and acceptance. We don't know how long this way of life will continue, but we have to adjust and make the best of it.
So the emergency level of SARS-2 had ended on May 5th of 23.
Our world is, and why we need to do all we can to protect it.
Now we're in June
The young
13th,
generation
25.
are our
event together. Though perhaps that speech was a little sentimental, its central theme
That's
was
my
bemoaning the
deputy
fact that you were moving
principal
on
in
and
school.
moving forward with teachers other than myself. I said I was jealous, felt cheated on, and that you would be missed. Little did I know that shortly
Yeah,
after
he has a
that
point.
speech, no one would quite be together again. And
One
that there
guy
was
at
no
the
need for
bat
jealousy,
market cheated
as
on
all
us,
would
so he
miss
is
you
right
and
about
your
that.
very-
I received from you seemed far more measured than the rants your parents no doubt witnessed around the dinner table.
That's funny.
It has been tough for all. At the beginning of year 12, I spoke objected and stronger for it.
Well,
And so
we
I
do,
end with a
right?
quotation, nothing academic or Shakespearean, or even from some old man progressive rock band such as Pink Floyd. I end
Good
with a
one.
quotation from a
Well,
different
my dad really likes Pink Floyd, so that's a great example.
a
And
villain
Shakespeare, too.
who's a
I played in
vegetable
2
by
Shakespeare
himself.
plays
It's from a
in my
song
time in
called
school.
Thunder on the
Congratulations to to not only the students that managed to fight their way through to this day, but also to our moms
That's one
and
of the
dads who were here for us, no
valedictorians.
matter how much our teenage years affected our moods.
Şeyle yetişebilen öğrenciler değil ama bize hep yardım eden ergen yaşlarımız bizi ne kadar etkilemiş.
And that's the other
yanımızda
valedictorian.
duran anne ve babalarımıza teşekkür ederiz.
So he's saying not only do we thank the parents of the teenagers, but also the students that have achieved a lot of success during their school life. So that's just a small part of the speeches of two valedictorians. That's about it, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the graduating class of 2021.
Oh, that's class of 21. Who can tell me what that song is? I'll try and find out. Well, that's cool. Okay, I just found out from the email that the song that played was Things Can Only Get Better by Howard Jones. I also watched the 2020 virtual ceremony. I remember it was We Are the Champions. I watched that one with my parents. So I had to watch my graduation ceremony. Only today did I choose the option to finally watch it. So I watched my online grad ceremony 4 years later. On June 4th of 2021, that was the day of the ceremony, and the video for the ceremony had been sent to us like 4 days after. I was still in Irvine at the time, but what satisfied me to watch it today was that, like, being 2025, you know, just because it's 2025, like, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5, boy, 5. The time is 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter to me at all. Watching my virtual grad ceremony today made me feel weird on one side, but I feel more blessed and I feel more content having watched it at this point in time. As, like, my school principal had said at one point, like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and then there comes to be a point that there's a light at the end of the tunnel in everything, whatever you achieve, whatever kind of mountain you climb, you know, once you get to the top of the mountain, it's basically like the finishing point of the mission, you know? Thinking of it again, especially, makes you think, like, 2021 was a Mr. Different year. I want to say that was the year that I come up with the Mr. Different nickname. 2021 and 2022 having some Mr. Different years. 2025. Well, we're still in it, so it suits well, like a business dress. An update regarding the Peugeots are expecting it to be back at 4 p.m. Now it's 2:28, and that will just about do it for today's video. Don't forget, I'm going to start the J&J travel campaign for what will be the second year that I do it, so it is going to be a long video. If you have seen my J&J trips from last year, then you'll have an idea of what it's about. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow.